Alright, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling coherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Observer System Redux blind. I'm trying to find some new places to explore. I guess this is a new place, I guess. Oh, it's literally open. Wasn't expecting that. Somehow the game has already taught me to expect that I'm mostly going to communicate with people through their holocoms, and the actual doors are more often than not locked. Were those footsteps? Maintenance access to level 1 locked. Okay, so that might be maybe useful later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are footsteps actually. Low power. This makes me think I need to find like a battery or something. Okay, I'm just going to assume I'm supposed to come back later. A whole trashed statue. Interesting. I don't think I can actually... I don't think I can actually open those, and also the thunder is really loud compared to all of the other sounds, which is a bit distracting. Basic systems, startup help screens, practice. Okay. Can't do much with that. Okay, this goes down to the basement, which, okay, I guess I can do that. You know, the main plot, as it were, leads me to the first floor. But I might check the basement first.
Real deal. Why leave it here?
That's a rose, isn't it? Can I scan it? Plant life form, rose hybrid, critically endangered species. Proceed with extreme caution. Okay. Danger. Blah blah blah. Main electrical switch. Wait. Okay, so I was here already, so it just looped to over here, which I'm not quite sure what's the function of that. Go upstairs then. Curfew applies to everyone. But that's an interesting sort of translation discrepancy, or maybe not a discrepancy per se, but like a potential difference in meaning, because in Polish it says cisza nocna, which is like, I wouldn't translate that as curfew, because that specifically refers to like, it literally means night silence, and it refers to this societal expectation of, especially in communal buildings, of people behaving, you know, more quietly and not causing any loud noises after a particular hour. Like, most customary is like 10 p.m. But I wouldn't translate that as curfew, because the word curfew in English, it seems to evoke in my mind some kind of a limitation on movement, you know, a restriction on movement, whereas this, at face value at least, has nothing to do with actual movement. Basically, it just tells you to be quiet at night. So I'm not quite sure what to think about it. Oh, it's some major lag and an overturned robot. Okay, this displayed a different advertisement before, which I was more interested in because I saw this one already. Okay, that's about the kinetic toys, which I have also seen. Service drone, Chiron Incorporated. Operating system outdated. Model no longer supported. Okay, a tattoo gun advertisement, which I have also seen. Okay, apparently there's nothing I can do with this. A blouse, 430 credit. Skirts, boots, handgarment, leggings, jacket, necklace, gloves. Yeah, it pretty much says this. Okay, I saw that one already. There are weird lag spikes from time to time, where the frame rate rather noticeably drops. There's not much I can do about it though. Universal body. When standard cleaning products are no longer enough, when you crave absolute cleanliness and freshness, something. Recharge your battery. I saw that one already. It's a bit annoying to me how quickly they cycle. I cannot concentrate on them this way, so a bit annoying.
Dan Lazarski, KPD. Routine questioning.
Daddy, who is it? Can he make the door open? When can we go out, Daddy?
Shh. Go to your room, kids. Go play Runaway Galaxy. Let me talk to the man. Hello, officer. I'm Thaddeus Karski, head of the family. How can I help you?
Everything all right in there? Did the lockdown spook the kids?
Oh, no, we're fine. I do appreciate your concern, though.
You sound very calm. You're not worried about a potential outbreak?
Oh, that doesn't concern us, officer. Of course, I hope that's not the case, for the sake of the other tenants.
What do you mean, it doesn't concern you?
We're all clean of corruption. My wife, myself, and the little ones.
Clean... oh. You're immaculates.
Children of the Immaculate Birth, yes. You've heard of us. All good things, I hope.
So they are anti-augmentation. Like they reject augmentation for religious reasons. Well, I don't know whether I heard all good things or not. I suppose not. You know, whenever there's a religion or like a very strongly held belief, surely you would find people who would criticize that.
Depends on who you're talking to. The consensus seems to be crazy, but harmless.
I see. And what is your own impression so far?
Well, you're probably the least crazy person I've met today.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. I think.
Well, I'd have to say, no mods of any kind. That's quite a statement these days.
Is it really? Is having a neural connection to the web worth renouncing your humanity? Is a body held together with screws and wires really worth a corrupted soul?
Some would say there are benefits.
Certainly. I know our lives will be shorter and less comfortable, but it's a price we're willing to pay for experiencing the purity of our God-given bodies.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of implants, but I couldn't do what I do without them.
Yes, you carry them within you.
It wasn't really a choice, you know?
Oh, but clearly it was. The world would be a better place if more people realized that.
Like, I am tired of this rhetoric when it comes to technology. I am very tired of this supposed, of people elevating this supposed state of nature and of claiming certain things are unnatural, quote unquote, and therefore bad. Because, first of all, this line of thinking is nonsensical from the get-go, because civilization itself is quote-unquote unnatural. No other animals other than humans have created civilization. The fact that we live in houses and not in caves is quote-unquote unnatural. The fact that we dress ourselves and not run around naked is quote-unquote unnatural. Like, this line of thinking leads nowhere. Because the line is thoroughly arbitrary. Like, the line various people will draw as to what is natural and what is not is absolutely arbitrary and pointless. Because, as I said, every trapping of modern civilization, or in fact of civilization at large, could be considered unnatural with the right rhetoric. But the thing is, again, the other point, it doesn't prove anything, because that's actually a well-known logical fallacy. It's the so-called natural error, which, this conflating of things that are natural with good, whereas this doesn't make sense at all, because there are plenty of things that are completely natural, and we wouldn't call them good. Like, murder is completely natural. Animals kill each other all the time, and not only for food. Sometimes they also kind of do it for fun. Like, for example, cats, even house cats, they like to hunt even if they are not hungry, because it's it's a fun activity for them, and technically speaking, animals rape each other all the time, because consent is not even a category outside humans. So, there are plenty of things that are natural, quote unquote, and exist in the state of nature that we wouldn't call good. Dying of horrible illness is perfectly natural, and modern medicine is quote unquote unnatural. But if you ask me, I would take the latter every time. Like, this whole debate is not even a debate, it's entirely pointless, and it annoys me even more in this particular type of a story, because there's plenty of legitimate and interesting arguments to be raised against cybernetic augmentation. Societal divide, the fact that it creates a distinct kind of class of people who simply have better abilities because they can afford to get better mods. But also, in this specific setting, the fact that the government can remotely control you is a pretty good argument against augmentation. Whereas this guy instead goes into this, drivel about God-given bodies and whatnot. This is pointless, and I don't agree with him on this. I would entertain a discussion about whether it is a good idea to make such an extensive use of cybernetic augmentation, but not through the lens of religion and not through the lens of what is quote-unquote natural, because this is pointless. and nonsensical.
You're not gonna get preachy on me, are you now?
I apologize, officer. That certainly wasn't my intent.
How do you make a living anyway? Not many jobs left that don't require some basic augmentation.
We're a close-knit community, officer. We help each other out, as one should.
Listen, have you seen anything questionable going on around here?
Apart from the usual, you mean?
The usual?
Well, you know, this place isn't exactly a beacon of morality. Still, we mustn't judge. Most people mean well. They're just misguided.
All right, if you say so, Mr. Karski.
Godspeed, Officer Lazarski.
Okay, another mag shot. I don't know whether those serve any actual function, and they annoy me because I cannot, like, I can hardly see what it says. The cause of death is always classified, but I would like to at least read the, you know, the depiction of occupation, but I can't even do that. Help us, 108. Okay, I will. Unemployed. Unemployed. 108, you said. Where is 108 exactly? That's 1010. 108 would be somewhere nearby, right? Okay, this has something to do with that shrine. Because it shares the same symbol. I'm not exactly sure what I'm trying to do here. It seems, you know, reasonable to assume the game does not want me to go too far from here, because it's all dark, but I can't exactly interact. Okay, I just had to reconnect a cable. I'm watching you, I have for some time, and though you might not realize we are meant to be together, this shrine is my gift to you. This and 3 others like it. Please notice me, senpai. It doesn't actually say senpai, but it should. No data on the mail, no documents. Fire and sword. Well, it has level 4 unlocked. Those bloody spiders again. That didn't quite work. Okay, to be honest, I don't care enough for it. Like, maybe if it unlocks next levels on the consecutive computers, maybe once I get to the last one, I will dedicate like a whole side episode to just finishing that, because that's going to be pretty boring to watch, I feel like. I don't care enough for it to really, to really sink that much time into it, at least as of now. Any clues on this? Unlicensed modification detected. Yeah, those are definitely meant to be hearts, right? But it said I'm supposed to help somebody in the apartment 108. Which, you know, I should probably get on that. Somebody might be getting murdered even now. 109?
Dan Lazarski, KPD. Is anyone in there?
It's a VR tape, but you can't read that. That's way too small. Holographic disk. Digital holographic disk. Content deemed questionable under the 2067 Holographics Decency Act. Kakao to za mało, so cocoa is not enough, which kind of might suggest this is a in conjunction with the Decency Act and also this other movie. This might be a porno about anal. Like that's what the cocoa part is making me think of. Oh, I can actually inspect that closer. Yeah, somebody is knocking on your rear door, it says. It says in that, under that, as a tagline, under the title. So it's definitely about anal. And also there's a huge, prominent ass on the cover itself. So, Incredible Jade Jezebel, in the new role, open, my love, open your heart and the door for new experiences. Cocoa is not enough. Somebody is knocking on your rear door. Okay. Jade Jezebel. In new. In a new movie of something, I can't exactly read that. Observer, look but don't touch. Oh, those are VHS. So, wait, that's not even a holographic disc. That's straight up, in 2080 whatever. That's so retro that VHS is pretty retro even now. I'm not sure why it labels it as a holographic disc, but that might be because but it says format digital holographic disc. It might be either because my scanner doesn't even recognize this as a viable technology, or this is just a case for a VHS. agape and shaped the one and only Jade Jezebel in a new role. Wait. Why does it give me the subtitle if I look at a random thing over here? Okay, this game is a bit weird with the subtitles. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there's a bloody handprint, which doesn't bode well. It's also interesting to me that I cannot investigate this any further. Come and see Splayed. Well, it specifically says observer here, which, you know, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a reference to the title of the game, and also, I guess, potentially to the genre as well, because walking simulator, you know, it has something voyeuristic in it. You're going around people's apartments, you know, and living spaces, and looking at everything in very close detail. Like, there is something voyeuristic about it indeed. Anything in here? Not quite. Jade Jezebel. Alan Scorrow. Okay. Not quite sure what I'm supposed to take from that. A half-eaten apple. Again, not particularly fascinating. Chiron Incorporated. Enter the password. Well, maybe Jada? Yeah, okay. That wasn't particularly difficult. Jada Jezebel, Queen of Sleaze. Members update, October 2084. Hey there, studs. This is Jada, your very friendly neighborhood slut, checking in with this month's update. And boy, do I have a thick, creamy load of stimulating news to share with you all. First off, let me show you the latest releases, available soon at my official store, free with deluxe membership. Presented in glorious 5D with full sensory immersion and maximum stimulation, these are bound to make your October a hard as a Rocktober. Coming soon, Cyberslut 9, enter the Milftron. It's finally here, the 9th installment in the hit series. This latest adventure sees the Cyberslut, Jada Jezebel, facing off against the villainous Milftron, equipped with an array of naughty devices and a cybernetic frame that can literally go on for days. She will go below and beyond to make our heroine submit. Oh boy, it looks like the Cyberslut has finally met her match. But don't worry, our cybernetic mistress still has some tricks up her sleeve, quote-unquote. Co-starring the legend of augmented adult entertainment, Sally Sigma, as Milftron. Eager Beaver, Jada takes on a job as junior analyst at the Hadron Corporation. The shy girl quickly becomes enamored with the company's chief executive officer, Brock Harders, who's more than happy to take her under his quote-unquote wing. Jada's gonna have to work extra hard to satisfy the CEO's stiff performance indicators. Luckily, armed with at least 2 unique selling points and copious amounts of staff work under her belt, she should have no problem seeing the boss's tentpole project to completion. It'll take more than an NDA to keep this one under wraps. Invaders of Uranus, hide your kids, hide your wallet, The invaders are upon us. They come from beyond the chocolate starfish nebula to ravage our women in the foulest possible ways. Abducted and taken aboard the alien vessel, Jada becomes the latest victim to be probed and prodded by these interstellar despoilers, become the tentacled predator in this interactive first-person perspective simulation. Limited edition includes physical appendage attachments for maximum immersion. Okay, so I get free tentacles. But wait, there is more. Turn your worn-out femcon into your very own Jada. Licensed Jada Jezebel personality profiles and AV libraries are now available on my official store, compatible with Femcom 6.0 or newer. Good news. Hey man, guess what? I found us a buyer. Guy seems legit. Well, not legit, but you know, solid. Says he will take 2. I know, seems excessive, but hey, he's got the credits to show for it, so what do we give a fuck? Thing is, he wants them fully prepped, inside and out. I gave him your email so we can work out details. Also, I brought in a new one for a while. A new one while you were out. Took some effort to drag her in without anyone noticing, but I managed it. Best of all, she's still in one piece, mostly. Put her in the basement with the others, so don't be surprised when you find her. By the way, damned lock jammed on me again. Had to reset the code. The new one is 2689. Get back to me ASAP. AB. Okay, that's horrible.
Warning. Desynchronization imminent. Administer medication.
Because this is about...
Synchrosine injected. Strain level decreased.
This is about human trafficking. Clearly they are trafficking girls for like basically sexual slavery, which is horrifying, but you know, not nearly as horrifying as the fact that it's literally happening, you know, in the real world. There are thousands of people in such a predicament, even as we speak. So, you know, pretty horrifying. Purchase details. Hello, I received your email address from mutual acquaintance. I was told you are the man I should talk to regarding the details of a purchase. As I'm sure you've already been informed, I am interested in buying 2 of your stock. They both need to be properly trained, so to speak. I want them completely docile and fully cooperative. Master says they do. As to their appearance, I will send you detailed instructions by the end of the week. As I understand, any physical modifications come after the conditioning process, so I believe there is still time. Looking forward to doing business. Mr. S. Session 4 absence. It has come to our attention that you have missed your last session, which took place on September 28th, 2084 at the Civic Re-Education Center number 34. We are obliged to inform you that any further absence will be immediately reported to the authorities overseeing your case. We would like to remind you that having your personal information removed from the National Offender Registry is entirely dependent on you completing the full 9-step personality adjustment program. It is in your best interest to comply. Kind regards, National Board of Re-Education. This is an automated message. Okay, so I guess whoever runs this is a sexual offender, and they've been actually sentenced to like re-education by the government, but they are skimping on it and clearly continuing some fucked up things as a business. Yeah, so it does unlock further levels, so I might devote like a separate mini episode to that, because as I said, it's not going to be particularly interesting to watch, but if I get to the last computer and the levels are all unlocked, I might do it just to see what happens. Why can't I investigate that? Agape and shaped. That's a weird translation of that title, because I'm not sure how is that supposed to reference anal sex. Because as I said, the Polish title is Koko is not enough, which, you know, it rhymes in Polish because it's kakao to za mało. So it rhymes in Polish. It's a, you know, a more sort of melodic title, but the Koko reference, you know, is kind of clear, especially with the tagline of somebody is knocking on your rear door, which is absent from the subtitle. I don't quite understand this. Augmentation dealer, Szymon. Okay. There's a lot of blood, but I cannot investigate it. Also a lot of tools. And literal stocks. Homo sapiens A+, blood type. Traces of control substance 45F detected. Whips and dildos. More whips. And more blood. Well, I guess it leads in a particular direction, right? Controlled substance 45F. Illegal psychoactive substance feed. So that's what was in Adam's apartment. Yeah, more feed. Well, there are supposedly captured people in the basement, and I have a code for that. So I should probably go there before I proceed with the main case. Locate and access the 3 other shrines. Errant signal. Find the basement compartment. Whoever lives at 108 seems to be mixed up in some shady business. The message mentioned some girls being held in the basement. I should check if there's a storage space assigned to the apartment owner. The tenant register could come in handy. Okay. But I might want to finish exploring this particular space first. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to approach it. 109. I seem to have looped, right? This is the one with the shrine. What's the plan for this? I wanna wait 107, 106, 105. There should be more apartments then? All the way up to 105. Yeah, it's 108 over here. No, that's 109 actually. 108 is this way?
Hello? Anyone in there?
Yes?
I'm with the KPD. Need to ask you some questions.
Oh, and who's your friend?
Friend? It's just me, ma'am.
Oh, I have to go now.
Alrighty.
Okay, that's another shrine. And nothing that is observed is unaffected by the observer. And teren nadzorowany means terrain under surveillance or something like that. How do I mark that as visited? Ah, so I need to enable it. You still don't see, you still don't recognize. To you, I am no one. I am nothing, a zero. Just another rat in this wonderful maze of you. So beautiful, so peaceful. Being so close to you, it's the only thing that keeps me going. But still, I'm afraid. Afraid that by the time you see me, it's going to be too late. For both of us. So I should look for cables at that other shrine, and I guess that's where the robot was originally, right? Because this is the changing poster. But there was another shrine on the other floor, which I should take a look at.
Miss Nader? I'm with the KPD. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Mrs.
Excuse me?
Mrs. Nader.
All right. Mrs. Nader.
What do you want?
Ma'am, is everything all right in there? Are you in some kind of danger?
You tell me, officer. I heard the alarms go off. Are the cleaners on their way? Are any of us safe?
The lockdown seems to be a malfunction. I don't think we're looking at an outbreak here.
Well, I'm sure the other tenants will be glad to hear that.
But not you?
No, officer. Not me.
Have you made any calls in the last hour?
No, I have not.
Could you check your compass for connections? Somebody may have used it as a proxy.
I don't have a compass.
If you don't mind my asking, do you live alone?
Yes, I do mind, and yes, I live alone.
No spouse or daughter?
Didn't you hear me? I said it was just me.
Then why did you insist on being called Mrs.?
I'm a widow. My wife died many years ago, in the plague.
Well, if there's one improvement being made to Poland in this shit show of a timeline, then at least I guess the conservatives have finally gotten over the whole gay marriage thing, and it's actually a thing, because currently in Poland, like, I don't foresee same-sex marriage being legalized in like a very close timeline. It eventually will, because all opposition to that is wholly nonsensical and based on crusty desert fables of, of a bygone era about a bearded man in the sky that watches you masturbate and somehow disapproves. So, like, there is no logical argument against allowing that, but still, the current sort of political and social climate in Poland is not so great when it comes to LGBTQ acceptance or tolerance even, which is a lighter word, but even that is not particularly great in Poland, I would say. So same-sex marriage is still a bit of a way off in the future. I'm sure it will eventually happen, and I would very much like it to happen, because obviously it's a no-brainer for me. People, two consenting adults, should be able to do whatever they want. That's not hurting anyone, and there's no harm in the state recognizing, same-sex marriages. Those people just want the recognition for that, because obviously it comes with some perks when it comes to, for example, seeing your loved one in a hospital, or some administrative ease of, when the state recognizes your partner as your partner, it's a little bit easier to organize your life. And there is no good argument, as I said, against same-sex marriage. So if anything, then if Chiron has done anything for us in this timeline, is at the very least, they managed to get the Polish people on board with same-sex marriage. So good job on that, at the very least.
No compass. I thought pretty much everyone had one at this point.
Well, you thought wrong. I don't have any implants of any kind.
Sorry to hear that. Is that why you don't have any implants?
Yes. Want to see the scar tissue on my face and neck? It's quite an embroidery. The little monsters really outdid themselves. Or do I have to show you what's left of my arm? Would that satisfy your curiosity?
Mrs. Nader, I'm just doing my job.
Yes, I've heard that one before. When the cleaners took my Laura away, one of them turned to me and said precisely that. I never saw her again. Not even the body. It's like she never existed.
I'm not like that.
No? Oh, so you don't work for the corporation? The very same people who took everything I ever had?
Just because they pay me doesn't mean they own me.
Well, isn't that a pretty thought? You best get on with your duties, officer. I'm sure you have your hands full.
So long, Mrs. Nader. Helena Novak it is. KPD? Anyone in there? Can you repeat that? The cop button. What do you want? You noticed anything suspicious recently? Anything out of the ordinary? What? I don't business. I didn't quite catch that. Fine. You've been very helpful. Good night.
Okay, so that goes even higher, which I don't exactly want to do right now. Quarantine is not a death sentence. That's, again, that's weirdly topical, actually, given the time that I'm playing this. Occupation: air filter service technician. Okay. Well, lockdown is not a death sentence. Well, if you say so. Okay, before I go up, I actually want to go down into the basement to try to find the girls that are supposedly held captive there. And also the other shrine, because I haven't checked, you know, I think it was unconnected. I don't think I was even here, but I will go down to the basement because the quest log actually told me to check that. But I will do it next time because this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to pause it here and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.